If you are a U.S. military veteran, active or retired, this video is for you. We've created a no-cost online community for you. Its purpose is to provide a place to connect with other veterans, online or in person, where you can help another veteran or where a vet can perhaps help you. This is one video in a multi-part series. So first of all, our vision is simple. We think that the nation has taken really good care of us while we're on active duty, but doesn't quite live up to veterans' needs once discharged. We must fix this, first by engaging and supporting each other, and then by giving every vet the option to create a post-military life of opportunity and self-control that we all deserve after giving some of our youth to our country. Our online community will enable you to easily reconnect with men and women you've served with, or to make new friends with similar backgrounds and interests, and perhaps even find some financial success online. So goal number one is connect, meaning seek and find support and friendship. When you find something interesting or learn how to claim a benefit, share it. When you know of an event helpful to vets in general, tell us about it. But get involved, because the more you give, the more you get in return. Tell the hosts and the ambassadors, moderators, how we can improve the site. Tell other vets to join us. Don't forget that there's also an app for your mobile device. You'll want to download it after you join so you can engage wherever you might be. It's a free app for most online devices. So then when you find yourself in an unfamiliar town, you use the app to find a local vet who will tell you the best places to eat, or a military facility nearby with a great PX or golf course. Or perhaps you'll realize that a long-lost service buddy lives nearby, or you can get together over lunch to reminisce about the good old days. Now, this book is one that is just highly recommended just because it talks about the history of employment. Now, we know that 2020 proved to be a year of massive change that coincided with an emerging technological capability for those who want off the treadmill of dead-end factory or office jobs. The worldwide coronavirus pandemic also exposed the frailty of the old world, that we cannot rely upon to meet our personal, professional, and family obligations. We know that we have to find a way to be our own boss, and it's not as hard as you might think, especially online. 2021 will be a year of great success for all of us. This book, you see, is very highly recommended if you want to understand what these best jobs of the future and the mindset of it and learn why that's so. They are going to be online. Now, each one of you and us has unique knowledge and expertise to teach with others, and you can get paid doing it. The opportunities for online financial success have never been better. They are greater than they are right now. Entrepreneurial Revolution will explain exactly why now is a perfect time to get a business going online.
The entrepreneur revolution is an idea that we're going through some radical transformational times. I want you to imagine that we go back in time about 100 years ago and there's some farmers working on the land and they're pulling a plough through the soil using a donkey. And they look over to the neighbouring paddock and there's someone with a tractor. And this person who's sitting there on a tractor, maybe it's a young person, 22, 23 years old, operating some new technology. And this new technology allows that person to just plough that field incredibly fast. And there's two responses. One, you could sit there and say, we've got to work the donkey harder. We've got to change, the diet of the donkey, or we've got to do all these things in order to try and compete with the tractor. But the truth is none of that's going to work because there's been a revolution. There's been a whole new way of doing things. It's not about having a faster donkey anymore. So in the entrepreneur revolution, it's very similar. We've come out of the Industrial Revolution and we've seen people who have been used to doing the things that have worked for 150, 200 years. But now we look over and we see 22, 23-year-olds sitting in Starbucks with a laptop and a phone and some business cards, and they're doing business a whole different way. Strangely, they're earning more money, they're having more fun, they're doing things in a bit of a dynamic, passionate kind of way that Industrial Revolution people look at and they think, well, how do we compete with that? And they might think, oh, we have to do things the way we've always done them, have more HR managers and have more structure and have more, rules and policies and more floors on the building. But in actual fact, that age is now over. What we're now looking for is we're looking for the ability to recognise the times that we're in and the technology. The interesting thing is you've got to acknowledge the times that you were born in. So if you were born in the early Industrial Revolution, it would make so much sense to actually be an industrialist and to set up a factory. In the Industrial Revolution, the job of the worker was to be repetitive, boring, and efficient. And they were just part of the machinery. So the machinery couldn't operate itself. So someone had to pull the lever and someone had to load the machine and all those sorts of things. Today, we don't need lots of people like that. We certainly don't need them in developed countries, or we can't compete in developed countries. Today, what we need is passionate, creative, problem-solving people who are thinking, people who are dynamic. And that's what the entrepreneur revolution is all about. If you're born in this time, it makes so much sense to embrace the technology of today and to become a passionate entrepreneur or to join a passionate entrepreneurial team. At first, when you wake up that entrepreneurial mindset, it's very frustrating because you look around and you see, mostly a big system that was built around the Industrial Revolution. But when you wake up that entrepreneurial mindset, you start to see opportunities everywhere. It's almost like the veil's been lifted. You see that there's opportunities on every corner. You start to get excited about building a team, about having a cause. You realise that this whole idea of retirement is now foreign, because why would you want to retire from something you love? And a lot starts to shift. What I want for people who read this book is to wake up what's already inside them. If you look at kids at play, they're naturally curious, they're naturally creative, they're naturally coming up with solutions, they're problem solving. We put them through 12 years of training to become good factory workers, and we lose a little bit of that, but it's not gone completely. If we wake up that curious, creative, passionate innovator that every single person has inside, then we wake up really what it is to be more human.
Veterans Helping Veterans community is for the person who has some good ideas, for the people who might want to help implement somebody else's good ideas, or for the people who want to support the people who are implementing. Veterans know that we can trust other veterans, mostly. And we've all worked in units that were optimized with just the right number and the right talent to be successful. For online work, there's so much to know, and it isn't all IT. Some vets have a lot of IT experience. For example, me, I've been doing it for 50 years, and we're happy to help those with less experience. So this site will give you the understanding of the skills that will help your success path. But also in the online world, the greatest success is selling what you know. We have a slideshow that you'll see inside the community, literally hundreds of ideas where you can start a business or join one of theirs. Every vet has unique knowledge and expertise to help others, so why shouldn't you get paid to do that? The stuff you loved. The opportunities for online success have never been greater than what they are now. This site will begin to process what we call the VHV success path. You'll find the video explaining every step from general engagement with other veterans to learning more about each of the major social media sites, to online business communities, to our online business mastermind program, and finally, the VHV Business Incubator Inner Circle, where we partner to get your online business successful. You provide the content, we provide the infrastructure. This is where the right people form a profitable business for everybody involved. But no one wants to push you into forming an online business. You're more than welcome to be in our community solely for the support, friendships, and helping each other in non-business ways. Finally, and very importantly to me personally, this community wants to keep in the forefront of our thoughts and of our fellow veterans who have somehow fallen into homelessness. I find it simply outrageous to learn that we have more than 40,000 homeless vets in the U.S. The National Coalition for Homeless Vets said veterans need a coordinated effort that provides housing, nutrition, basic physical health care, etc. But we need people who know a homeless vet, people who work with other homeless organizations like VA or the national coalitions, vets who know successful businesses who will perhaps contribute money to help a single homeless vet who lives near you. The National Coalition says, and I quote, "The most effective programs for homeless and at-risk veterans are community-based and veterans helping veterans groups because government funds are limited." We've committed to dedicate at least 10% of any revenue that we generate here toward helping individuals, hopefully that one of our members will work with on a personal basis. We will work with local and national charities to include their expertise, but we want to focus one-on-one with someone local so that we all get to share and see the actual solutions take hold. There'll be a lot more on this subject inside the community, and if you care about this topic, please join us. So, these free online courses that we've talked about before is our way of just helping understand what you need to learn about these online communities, from Facebook and Instagram, which has billions of users, to TikTok and LinkedIn professional sites. Knowing which of these social media platforms is best for your future business is also crucial to your success. There are literally hundreds of social platforms, but which ones will work best in your particular business venture? This course will teach the essentials of each of the most popular and whether it'll be good for your business for you to spend time and money there. And if you're so inclined, we have an online business opportunities course. Hundreds and hundreds of courses, opportunities are there. We know that success happens when preparation meets opportunity. The military helped prepare you for success. We're going to show you about opportunity. When you review these, you will find those that connect with your passion and expertise that will bring you success. We also have some matching programs and mastermind programs that will potentially connect you. But through my 5 decades of military life and 3 decades of running small businesses, most often working with fellow veterans were easily the most successful. Was it because we shared a common language or because we shared a working character ethic that resulted in success? I want to work with vets, and so do many others from every generation. So here's a short, quick and easy on how to join, and you'll be impressed, I think, with how easy it is. So when you go to vhvcommunity.com, you see the link in the upper right-hand corner or the link in the lower left-hand corner. You'll find a simple login screen. When you press the Request to Join button, we'll ask you a couple of questions about yourself and your military experience. Remember that this community is only for veterans. We tell people if you're not a veteran, come back after you've served. So in these questions, answer the ones that you're comfortable with. The reason that we're asking them is hopefully we'll understand better how this community can serve you. And so if there's anything you don't want to answer, just say don't want to answer and click on next. In any case, you'll be mailed an email that tells you what your logon and password is. Now, the next couple of videos are going to cover how the community operates, the way to connect with other vets, how to use the top 4 or 5 social media sites, and why you don't want to miss out on the many, many, many opportunities. So after our welcome into the community, you'll want to look around a little. On the left will be an easy navigation bar. So many ways to connect with other veterans, either by name or location, common interests, etc. We want to encourage you to invite your veteran friends and associates, and we will reward you by a thing that we've built called Ambassador, bronze, silver, and gold, where you'll get some special recognitions and some special privileges inside the community. Veterans only. We've initially set up the following major topics, like how to connect, online opportunities, almost ready to start my business, veterans organizations, good, bad, indifferent, etc. So there's really so many ways that you will find success with your business, and they are primarily through social media. Online business opportunities, as we've said before, there's hundreds of them. And then a matching program where we're going to hopefully hook you up with other veterans, either who will work for you or you will work with them. But in any case, when you're ready to join, the first place we want to ask you to go to is id.me. As you'll see from these upcoming images here, they actually will do an identity and military service validation. And in addition to proving yourself for us, there's a ton of other good deals. Now, we're not connected to them in any way, but we've used them because it's the easiest way. I don't want to ask people to copy their TD214 or anything else. This is an easy site. They're very secure. I've used them myself. I got 25% off on NFL Game Pass. $25 is, $25. The VA.com also uses ID.me, and there's so many military discounts and free premiums. There's just a whole lot to that you'll find useful. And on the topic of military discounts, there is, in our social media course, we'll tell you how to get a free premium career subscription to LinkedIn. It's worth about $240 because LinkedIn wants you to be on their site as well. Of course, not something you have to do, and not something that everybody does. So, just like I said before, know that we're not related to ID.me in any way. We don't get compensated for them, etc. It's just an easy way for us to make sure our community doesn't have a bunch of people in there trying to sell stuff or other people coming in and being disruptive. So we can trust that veterans will behave because we know we learned how to behave courtesy of one of our services. So you can catch this video and all the rest of them at our Facebook site. There is the link. The links are pretty easy to remember. They start off with righttechforyou.com, no punctuation other than the dot, / in one case the VHV-Facebook or VHV-YouTube channel. And we're going to have a ton of other stuff on there as well. So I mentioned Right Tech for You. That's the domain of one of the domains of the company that I run, because businesses should only employ the right tech, not all the possible tech, because in business, success demands focus. So think about the one thing you would enjoy helping others. That is where we'll suggest your focus should be should you decide to launch a business with Veterans Helping Business helping you or helping guide you or providing some matching services or whatever. So, this has been another video from Veterans Helping Veterans Achieve Financial Success Online. I'm Kurt Hess. I'm a Navy Mustang E1 to 06. Captain in GS retired now after 49 years with IT and business background. My biggest successes in life occurred when I worked with other vets, and this is my way of giving back based on what I know best. Join us today, no cost, no obligation, either on Facebook or in the VHVcommunity.com, or reach out to me personally at kurthess@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to seeing you online. Meanwhile, be on the lookout for more videos like this one. Lastly, please do us a favor and share this video with other vets who might be interested. Thank you very much. See you online soon. Thank you.